slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about gathering. So for first I want to show you where I'm gathering right now. It is at a spot called Pilgrim's Haven here in the desert. This is one of the free spots that I'm going to recommend you. So what you want to do is you want to go to Sanctuary and Bazaar, and then you can just like kinda in the desert you cannot find direction or auto path unless you buy a compass. The compass you can buy from the market. You can just type compass like so, and you combine 3 of those together, 3 as you can see here. You arrange them in a straight line and it will give you Ancient Explorer's Compass. So for the sake of this video, let's just buy 3 of those. So we will do this. Then you will find them here. In this case I have to collect them one by one. Don't know why I'm not allowed to, whatever. So you open up this yes combinable pouch. There comes a little plus. You click plus, like so. Now you have your compass. Now you can see I can, you see? Now I can path, okay? What you want to do here is, first of all, if you're a grinder, save your agris. If you're not a grinder, you can use agris here. What we are looking for here is, wow, okay. So you just want to go around to all these stones. It doesn't matter, they have different names, right? So you gather sandstone, for example, here. And what we're looking for are rough stones. So these ones, rough stone. I'll explain to you in a moment why these are very sought after. They're used in several recipes that are very much worth it. And they are also used for node war. So if you just want to sell the raw material, you can always sell it, okay? Like instantly at max price. So if we go to the market again, we type rough. Okay, that was a lot with a rough name, but that's fine. We just scroll down. Rough stone, you see there's no one in stock. 0. And see how many orders. Like above 250,000 in orders. It will not go higher than 25,000. At least I have never seen it go higher than 25,000. But that is a higher value than most early game and even mid game spots when you're grinding. So this is a really good spot to make money. Now, what do you want to do with the rough stone? I will also show you. Let me pull it up on my monitor here, like so. Here we go. This is from BDO Codex. This is called Metal Solvent. You need 4 rough stones, 1 clear liquid reagent, and melted iron shards. Like melted iron shard, it's really easy to get because you also get iron when you are out here. Trace of nature is the troublesome one. So if you have Trace of Nature, what I recommend is that you go and do Alchemy, and then you will turn them into Metal Solvent, okay? So I will show you this in a moment. I will just relog another character, and then I will show you. Be right back. So I'm now relogged to a different character. I will be doing this without my life skilling gear on, so don't worry about that too much right now. So what you do is, you want to get involved with this. You mostly just want to get storages. I used Velia 3.1. I don't know why. I've been doing this like since 2018 or whatever. Like some old time shit. I don't know if that's the best one, but this is the one we're going with. You want to go to your alchemy. Here I have the recipe laid out, so 2 traces of nature, 1 clear liquid reagent, 3 melted iron shard, and 4 rough stone. So, clear liquid reagent. You make this with salt, sunrise herb, and purified water, and wild grass. This we will come back to in a moment, because I will show you on another spot what you want to do here. Melted iron shards, we're just simply, you just heat the iron that you get from Pilgrim's Haven, the first spot that I showed you. And Roughstone are also from Pilgrim's Haven. Trace of Nature is from Worker Empire and Gathering. So I will be making a guide on how to get those, because that's a whole section on its own. But when you have these, so let's say you have 200, you want to make sure you have at least 400 Roughstone, because this is how you get the highest value, right? So all you do is you just go in to your house. You can go into place mode, right? So I'll just be making one without gear here, right? You see Metal Solvent. When you have mastery gear on, and the more mastery, so if you go into life skill, I'm new to Alchemy, as you can see, and life skills in general, but I understand everything the way it's supposed to be. So the more mastery you have, the higher this number is. Okay, the higher this number is. So let's try and increase that. So we put on the Alchemy costume, I put on this flask, right? Now, let's see, where did it go? Okay, now we are at 1,000, right? So, now we can try and make a few more. Like so. We go in, here, batch production. Click again. You see now it's faster as well because of the costume. So let's see if we can get, see, now we got a double proc. This is only 1,000 mastery. Normally with all my life skill gear on, I can get like a 4 proc as well. The way you put down an alchemy tool or a cooking utensil, for example, is you just go into place mode, and then you get the cooking utensil. They would show up here or here, depending on, and you just place them down. You can click them here, right? I want to take this back, I want to collect. So I click it. And drag it, and then I click and click confirm, and now it's placed, right? So yeah, the next thing I want to show you are the 2 other grind spots. So I will just go over there and I'll see you in a moment. Alright guys, we are now at the second spot that I wanted to show you. This spot is really good because it's really early game friendly and it makes a lot of money. It's right here. You can see my character standing right here, next to Ancient Stone Chamber and Forest of Seclusion. It's really easy. So you can see Velia is here, Hydrale is here, right? What you want to do here is you just kill these foxes. I don't even have gear on. And then you are using fluid collecting. I am again not using my gear at the moment because it's on the other character. But when I do, I get around 30 blood each. You can see the value of the blood here. The other thing you want to remember when you are gathering here is you want to go in and you want to get gold key. Why do you want to get a gold key? So once in a while when you're doing gathering at this spot, there will spawn a chest. The chest, I know you're like, oh, but the key is 10 million. Yeah, I know. But the chest often has between, I think it's like 16 and 20, just sharpstones alone, plus some other things. So if we go look at, right, the key is 10 million. So if we go look at sharpstones here, you can see the value is 3 million, right? How much is 16? So let's say that's 32 million, right? Minus 6.4, so we are at 64. Like we are around like between 50 and 60 million easily, just from these alone, and it also gives some other rewards. Okay, this is the second spot you want to farm. The last spot that you want to farm as an early game gatherer, and be aware, these spots are also endgame spots, which is the beauty of these 3 spots. So there is a lot more you can get into here in terms of spots, but you can actually just farm these spots the whole game if that's what you want. You don't need anything else. Here's a mini game. You want to try and hit in the middle, right? So I will just show you the next spot again, right here. This is where you go for this. Here you also get Trace of Nature once in a while if you're lucky, and it's one of the highest money spots, if not the highest pure gathering money spot in the game right now. So we are now at the third spot. The third spot is located right here, at Behr. You can see I'm aiming at this direction. So Behr is right here. What you want to do is, you see this road here. You just walk across the, next to the road, right? And you will see all these plants, for example. And these plants that you are gathering here, like this one, wild herb, are the ones you're looking for. You see, these will give you the materials you need for, you remember we talked about the Alchemy Metal Solvent. These will give you the things that you need for clear liquid reagent. So the other reason I'm showing this spot is because it's also, I'm not sure if it is the highest XP spot anymore, but it's definitely one of the highest. You cannot go wrong with this spot, right? So the reason why is because XP is based on how many different materials you get, and gathering herbs is the number one thing you want to do for XP. So you also need this for Metal Solvent as well, so it's great, right? So we swap between these three spots. Also, these herbs also has a high value because they are sought after. So as you can see here, some of them sell pretty low, but we can go down here, see 10,000, right? You also have the chance to get these. Like, there are many different, don't mind my inventory, I know, it's messy. So yeah, you can also make money by just selling these items, which is great, alright? Which brings us back to the Metal Solvent. So, the Metal Solvent, right, let's calculate just for fun, right? So, rough stone, okay, we will do it correctly this time, so you don't have to scroll. So, here, you will use 4 of these, so 100,000, okay? Trace of nature value, you can see here there are some listed at 175,000. So that is 350,000. So now you are at 450,000. The iron shards are worth almost nothing, right? So I'm not bothered calculating this. And the clear liquid you can make yourself as well, but if you're lazy, also almost nothing, right? So if we just want to round it up, let's say it's 500,000, right? But now I'm being very over exaggerating. So when you do it, you can see here just one is 426,000 listed at the lowest price. So here what we're doing is, if you have correct mastery or just like decent mastery, you usually get between 2 and 4 procs on the Metal Solvent. So even if you only get 1, you're pretty much close to the value of the raw materials, but you are quadrupling your money or doubling your money by making Metal Solvent instead. I'm showing you this because I feel like a lot of people are gatekeeping this content. So yeah, I will also be making a guide on what gear you want for gathering. I recommend gathering as your first into life skilling. I don't want to say FK fishing, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, where I will go through all the gear, man, like all the gear you want for absolute lowest price, because the easy solution would just tell you to get full pin manners or prion or whatever the new things are called, but you don't need that to make money, okay? So I'll see you in the next one.